Welcome back to the Roots Podcast. I'm Max Moore, joined by my co-host Tyler Lingle, and today we're going to jump into our top habits for growth. Just what we're doing to have more joy in our life, have more peace, but it's all led by making more money. Of course, these habits are what make us the guys that we want to be. Tyler, what's your top habit?
Yeah, to start with, I'm going to start with a metaphor. Imagine back on like the African Serengeti, you have a tribe of people, and there's the men that are like the key chiefs and leaders. Can you imagine one of them waking up and it's like the sun's in the sky and it's like, hey guys, I'm up. Good to see y'all. No,
like 3
right?
p.m.
What are they doing? They're out there before the kids are up, before the wives are up. They're literally on the hunt, preparing their traps or their weapons to when the sun is even in the sky, when the sunrise didn't happen. So I use that analogy as just like a poignant example of you got to get up earlier. All of the people that have been on our podcast, I feel like 8 out of 10 of them said get up earlier is their top habit that has been a cascade of other habits because you simply don't have the time to work on yourself or get ahead if you're getting up late because you're reactive, right? The rest of the world's bugging you, pinging you, wants your attention. You got to get up before they need your attention and work on yourself.
Yeah, you absolutely do. I took a poll at one of our team meetings recently. I was like, what time are you guys getting up? This was while you were out on your sabbatical, which I want to get into. I think it comes to these habits of being in tune with where you're at spiritually. But you took time off. I was leading the team meetings. But what time do you guys get up? Kind of getting frustrated. It's like, when are you writing these like note cards, taking care of clients? The average time was like 9. And I go, boys, I got a whole day ahead of you. Literally, you guys are waking up and I've already crushed out 4 hours of work. Like You're behind. You got to get up. You got to get the motion going. You were talking before we started recording about a season of life where you did wake up around like 8 p.m. What was that effect? What's the adverse? What's the bad habit of getting up later?
It's funny how the way you start the day, I think, sets the tone for the day. And for me, it's actually beating my wife and son up. Because once I'm up and he's up running around, it's like, all right, she's giving me the eyes. You got to go. Are you going to help feed him breakfast? And I'm like, oh, I haven't read the Bible yet, or I haven't done this meditation. No, it's like, forget that. You're not reading the Bible or doing your meditation. You're like jumping in. Right. So there's this, I've never been more like truthfully probably depressed than when I was waking up super late. And for me, that was like between 8 and 9. So like for people out here, our producer just said he wakes up at 11. I'm not going to shame him too hard because he's a video editor and he works at night. But still, like, I can't even imagine. Like I wouldn't be able to function.
How do you back into? So you had the habit of getting up early. It backs in, it slides back. Was that a creep on work? Late? What caused you to start getting up at 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. Not 8 p.m.
Yeah, I think it's going to bed too late.
Yeah,
right. As in, you go to bed too late, you wake up later, and you're not as tired early at night. Right. So it's like you got to, like everything, you got to build a brick wall.
Kind of jump in cold turkey.
You got to, for sure, the first night. I remember how it got back on track was I thought, I don't care what happens. If I get 3 hours of sleep, I'm waking up at 5:30 and starting the day.
Yeah.
And just blocking out my feelings. And then what happened, it was like one day sucked. And then ever since then, it's been great.
Right. Yeah. You have one right. My biggest hurdle because I have this habit as well, and it's fueled a lot of things. I'm sure that I've made tons of money and have more peace as a result. What my struggle has always been is Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. Right? Like I'll let it creep and then getting back to Monday. Right. Monday's exhausted. I've just started setting the alarm Saturday and Sunday at 5 a.m. Yeah. This past Saturday, alarm goes off. My wife's first words to me of the day were, what time is it? It's a Saturday. What are you doing? And I'm like, I'll be at the gym. See you when you get up in 3 hours. Like, let's get after it.
What I was going to ask, what do you do with those weekend early hours?
Yeah, it's led through scripture, which is my top habit that I've started to create. I had never been somebody focused in reading scripture, and that has like the relationship with God is just, it's on an all-time high for me, which is where I'm extremely focused in this season of life. Just hitting on new phases of leading people, being a father, being a better husband, like shaping.
You have to have that.
And so led with a bagel in the toaster, some scripture, and then early
bagels movement. And Jesus.
Yeah, there's nothing better.
Turn it off, guys. You heard the whole thing.
I'm gonna have to now post on the story on Instagram.
Let's go.
My bagels in scripture.
What's next?
Yeah.
What's number 2?
Number 2 biggest as of recent is cutting sugar. So started the 75 hard, made it to day 39. I had to go back to day 1 because I forgot to read the easiest thing on the 75 hard. Literally forgot to read. So I'm on like day 11. It's cycled back.
Right, you have to restart. Yeah.
And sugar was one of the huge dieting aspects of cutting that habit. I was eating I don't even want to disclose, a gross amount of sugar a day. Welch's fruit snacks.
McDonald's
like,
Cokes.
Dude, it's just
Those Cokes.
I don't even want to go through the
Sugar
diet.
bombs.
It's awful.
Yeah.
First week was like, I realized it's addictive. The crap's literally addictive. Cut it out, cold turkey, had the worst headaches of my life, like
Dang.
mood swings all over. Made it through that first week, and now just replaced it with protein and creatine from your local Plainfield GNC, and it's been amazing.
Yeah.
More energy throughout the day.
Damn.
I realized this depletion, like getting on the floor 6 p.m. with my son to play, just anything, like just be attentive,
Right.
and I would fall asleep.
Right.
It was because
Sure,
my
crash.
500 grams of sugar intake was falling off a cliff.
Right.
Coupled with waking up at 5 a.m., I was exhausted.
It requires constant amount of
I needed
sugar.
more in.
Yeah.
Got to get more into the
Right.
veins.
Not
so I can keep
consistent
on
level
going.
of like fat and proteins, like consistent energy, right?
Right.
It's just like slow burn versus sugar is just up, but then you're going down really quick after.
So I've cut it all the way back to like some days having no sugar at all, like less than 10 grams, being very, very intentional and rigid through it. And 6 p.m. rolls around and I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm putting more energy into it than my son. He's like falling asleep now. He's like, can't keep up.
Let's go.
So waking up early for you, what's the second pillar?
Yeah. My brain was on work when I wrote these out. I mean, so I'm going to lead with a work habit of success, which is doing the important work before the urgent.
Yeah.
I am a sucker for getting trapped in emails and text messages and social media. And once the cat is out of the bag, I'm notorious for putting it back in. So like I've had this, like, I want to do this marketing pamphlet, like Roots Guide to Selling Your Home and Marketing Your Listing. And I've like wanted to write it out, and I've had it on my calendar for like 6 months. And I always just log on to email, and who knows? I don't even know where the day goes at that point. You can't even trace it because it's just going all over the place. But I worked on this pamphlet, and this last morning, and I was like, I have an hour. I'm just going to knock it out. And I finished the whole thing that I've been delaying 6 months just because I'm doing the important before the urgent.
Right.
Still got to the emails and the this and that. But it's like you got to, it ties in with getting up early and working out. They're working on the leading dominoes before the cascading hinter dominoes, the small dominoes. And so I think it's just like prioritize and block out.
Yeah.
Like, I think the best people are really good at blocking out distractions and not hoping their willpower is high enough, but like systematically blocking out. So it's not possible to engage.
Like actually having a dark room where you're putting earplugs in and hitting the grindstone.
Mine's a time. Like, I'm not getting on social media, text, or email until 9 a.m.
Yeah.
I actually mess up because I talk to you a lot. I've let that one slide because
that's where we're in movement, right? Like I'd rather text at 7 a.m. than 7 p.m.
Right.
That's where
Exactly.
my brain's at. And it's because we are knocking over. The reason why we text so early is because we're knocking over all the small dominoes, creating a snowball effect of wins. So we're just winning by 9 a.m. when everybody else is yawning and waking up and dusting off the Bibles that they're not ever going to read because they're just straight into the reactive and up against a brick wall. Our dominoes are going and, you know, all the way around. We're crushing the day. Which is that momentum is so important to do it. There's some ASMR for you. I have a curiosity around the ROI on doing movement to creative. Like that guide seems kind of silly at face value. How many conversations will we bring that guide to? Right? How many things will that be?
It was more just a token, right? Of like, I don't like to show up to someone's house about to sell it with empty handed.
Yeah.
Feels awkward.
It's important.
It's something to give them.
Yeah, I would agree. It's immensely important and refining it and continuing to edit it, but having space to do that in that capital, having that habit, super important. Mine's similar. It's on the back end of the day, having wins, like literal wins that I'm writing in a notebook before I go to bed. Here are my 3 wins today. Here are my 3 wins tomorrow. Has been a staple for me to like, last night I wrote down crushing the podcast with Tyler. That's the win today. Like that is one of my staples.
You're already visualizing success in it.
So anything else that comes up today that needs to happen that isn't this right here doesn't matter. It's not a win.
Right.
It's not going to be a win. It's not going to be on my list. I also wrote on there like pin this specific listing that's been so hard to sell, and I'm kind of in like a verbal back and forth. Like we're gonna get that thing done because it's in that journal.
Right.
And
calling out. It's like calling out the successes you're gonna have,
and then allowing your brain to think on it while you're asleep. And the subconscious has been like just 10x everything that I'm doing.
I have a different one that I'm going to name, which is the last habit that I had was like write in the key just for fun life events earlier. So like instead of just waiting till like, oh, we're going to go to Michigan, or we're going to go on this date night, or we're going to go have a day at the zoo or a museum. We've started like, I've been putting it on the calendar. So like in 3 weeks, I know I'm going to museum with my son. I never would have made that happen, but we're just scheduling in the life fun things like I would work things. So I'm going to Michigan this weekend with some friends because like we just plan that in. Yeah. So that's my Sundays. I put on the work hat for life. I start working those fun life things in. Because when else are you going to do it? Right. You're just going to forget and never take a trip for the next 6 months,
Starting with the blueprint there. We went to dinner with some guy that owns like 500 crumble cookies across the nation. Also, when we were in Texas, he talked about that, having the leading with the vacations. He pulled up this document that he sent it to me because I was like, I want the template. He had the next 15 years of vacations planned out. I showed it to my wife. I like saw visible hives start crawling all over her skin. She was like, no, please don't make this so systematic.
And that's at the far end of the spectrum,
but it's so important because like he's going to hit him.
He's going to do it. He's going to have a kick-ass life and do a lot of cool stuff.
Right.
Right.
Much cooler than what we'll do. Yeah. And it comes from the planning. I love that. I think my third habit would be being available for relationships. If in life all that you care about is money and don't leave space and capacity for any type of joy, any type of relationships, that capital will never actually come to fruition. Like if you're waking up every day and going to a 9 to 5 and just hitting the grindstone to save up money and not having your 5 to 9 booked with fun and connectivity, like lead with the fun and connectivity and go to it. And the money will come as a result, right? Of taking care of the spirit first, the relationships first. That is something that I'm pointed north at heavy in the season. And I've not always been. Like I spent most of last year flipped upside down of having this kid come in, got this new house, got these rentals I got to take care of, right? And yeah, sure, money was made at the sacrifice of. And I'm like, oh, time to turn that ship around and head back.
Money's not the end all be all. There's so many psychopathic billionaires out there that it's insane. Just I've heard of I just read about a hedge fund manager that carries divorce papers in his briefcase all day long. Like that's on paper, he lives a life that'd be like, oh, I gotta get to that level of the scoreboard. But then in real life, it's like he's about to just paper up his wife. It's like he's bankrupt relationally, and he has millions and billions of dollars. So it's like, what are you gonna choose? What you want to be bankrupt in first? And I don't want to be bankrupt in relationships, right? In family, neither of us do. No. So it's like, that means I might be a smidgen more bankrupt in wealth, but probably not in the long run, right? Right.
Probably not.
Choose what you don't want to be bankrupt.
If we ever make one of these episodes again, I hope that it's that all text communication is now in the form of email. That's something in 2026 I want to bite off. So there's some forward looking for you.
There we go. That's a goal.
Ideation. Got to put it out there so it can actually happen.
These are our habits. This is what has helped us 10x our own life. What's been your habit? Leave that in the comments below. We'd love to see that.
Please like and subscribe. We'll see you next week. Peace.